Got me falling right back.
What's up guys, it's Tyler here, and today we're doing a walkthrough on all of the Apex characters. So there are 4 types of characters in Apex Legends. There's recon characters, such as Bloodhound. There's defensive characters, Gibraltar and Caustic. There are medical characters, Pathfinder and Lifeline. And then there's offensive characters, which are Octane, Mirage, Bangalore, and Wraith. The Apex characters have 3 main abilities. The passive ability, which is an ability that happens on its own that cannot be controlled by the player. There's the tactical ability, which is a cooldown ability, which means that it can be used at any time, but once it is used, there's a certain amount of time that you have to wait before it can be used again. And then there's the ultimate ability. The ultimate ability is a charge-up ability that starts at 0% and works its way all the way up to 100%. Once it gets up to 100%, then you can use it, and it's something that helps a lot during fights. There are 3 special characters in Apex Legends: Caustic, Mirage, and Octane. The reason why these characters are special is because you need to use legend tokens or Apex coins to purchase them. Legend tokens you can get for free just by leveling up. Once you hit level 23, you will have enough tokens to buy one of these characters. After another 23 levels, you will have enough to buy a second, and another 23 you'll have enough to buy a third. Or you can use Apex coins, which you can buy with real money in the store, so you can get them at any level. First, we're going to start off with Bloodhound. Bloodhound is the only recon character. Bloodhound's passive ability is Tracker, which means that you can see enemies' footsteps if they have been there within the past minute, and it will leave a time for how long it's been since those tracks were left. Same thing goes for if doors got opened or if walls get climbed. The tactical ability is called Eye of the Allfather, which means that he makes a scan across a little bit of distance in front of him, and if there's any enemies within that scan, their bodies will be highlighted through walls, through trees, through rocks. Anything that's in the way, they will get highlighted through. So you will be able to know where they are. It doesn't stay around them when they move. It just makes a little silhouette imprint of where they were the second that you scanned. And Bloodhound's ultimate ability is called Beast of the Hunt. This is basically his passive and his tactical, and then some. Your screen is kind of a black and white. You can see perfectly fine, but there's no other colors except for black and white. Which means that enemies and enemies' footsteps light up red, which makes them easy to see anywhere on the map. You also get to move quicker while you're in this ability. Next we have Gibraltar. Now Gibraltar is one of the defensive characters. His passive ability is called Gun Shield. And Gun Shield is where when you aim down your sights in the game, there will be a shield around your gun. It covers your torso and a little bit of your abdomen. Anyone who shoots this gun shield will not hit the player, but it will do damage to the shield. And the shield has 75 health. You can shoot Gibraltar's legs and it will not hit the gun shield, and it'll do damage to the character. But if you shoot the gun shield, you will have to go through the gun shield before you actually start hitting the player itself. Now Gibraltar's tactical is called Dome of Protection. The Dome of Protection is a shield that Gibraltar can place down that creates a dome around you and anyone else inside of the dome. It cannot be shot through from the inside or out. The only way to shoot and do damage to characters that are inside or outside of the dome is you have to go on the other side to be on the same side of the wall as your opponent. Due to a recent update, Gibraltar and the other defensive character Caustic have gained a second passive ability called Fortified. This means that all damage is reduced by 10% because their character models are so large. It's very easy to hit them. Now Gibraltar's ultimate ability is called Defensive Bombardment. Defensive Bombardment is a missile strike that he can call in at anywhere that he looks. When he calls it in, missiles fall down for about 10 to 15 seconds. They do lots of damage, so make sure you stay away. The second defensive character is called Caustic. Caustic's tactical ability is called Noxious Gas Trap. Caustic has gas traps that he can place down that when put down are basically like sensors. If an enemy comes close enough to them or shoots them to trigger them, they will trigger and release noxious gas into the air, into the nearby area, and if a player that is an enemy is in that area, they will get blurred vision and they will take damage over time from the gas. Caustic's passive ability is called Noxious Vision, which means that when an enemy is in the trap or is in the gas, he can fully see them through the gas as a silhouette no matter where they go. Now Caustic's ultimate ability is called Noxious Gas Grenade. His gas grenade is like a gas trap, except it's a little grenade that he can toss anywhere, and it doesn't have to be triggered by an enemy being nearby or shooting it. It will just set off the second that it lands on the ground. It is a larger area than the gas traps, and it is very useful if you have someone trapped in a room and you toss it down, because the gas can go through walls if it's within that radius. Next character is called Lifeline. Lifeline is a medical character. Lifeline's passive ability is called Combat Medic, which means that she can revive faster, use healing items faster, and while she's reviving a knockdown teammate, she will have a little mini shield wall in front of her, just like the Gibraltar shield that cannot be shot through but can be walked through. Lifeline's tactical ability is called the Doc Heal Drone. Doc stands for Drone of Compassion. The heal drone can be placed down and can heal multiple teammates or enemies at the same time. It's very helpful if you're getting out of the storm and you're low health, and it can heal all of your teammates all at once. Now the second support character is Pathfinder. Pathfinder's passive ability is called Insider Knowledge. There are random beacons that are in set locations around the map. Pathfinder is the only character that can access them, and when he accesses them, it shows your squad alone the next zone, or the next circle. Pathfinder's tactical ability is called Grappling Hook, which means that he has a personal grapple that he can use at any time, and he can latch onto something within a certain amount of distance of himself and propel himself forward, upward, sideways, anywhere he needs. Pathfinder's ultimate ability is called Zipline Gun. It's just like his tactical, except this one can go very, very, very far, and teammates and enemies can use it because it gets planted into the ground and it makes a zip line to the other plant in the ground or wall or anything that it connects to. The next character is an offensive character called Wraith. Wraith's passive ability is called Voices from the Void, which means that whenever an enemy sights in on her, she will have a little voice in her head that warns her that there's danger nearby, or that they think that there's someone sighting in on her or watching her, and it's like an indication that there's someone who knows of your location. Wraith's tactical is called Into the Void. It's basically a cooldown ability where when you press L1, you go into kind of like another dimension for like a few seconds, but you can't take any damage from anyone, and it's good to, if you're in like taking heavy fire, then you can use it to get out of the fire real quick, get to safety, and heal up. Wraith's ultimate ability is called Dimensional Rift. It's basically just a portal that you can link up from two different places, and while you go through the portal, you cannot take damage. The next offensive character is called Bangalore. Bangalore's passive ability is called Double Time. Basically, Double Time means that whenever you're sprinting and you're taking fire, it doesn't even have to hit you. If there's fire that's coming at you, you will instantly get a speed boost for a couple seconds. And it's really, really useful to be able to get out of tough situations. Bangalore's tactical ability is called Smoke Launcher. This is basically a smoke grenade that you can toss down at any time. You can do it while healing, reloading, anything. And it's just it creates a smoke cloud that you can stay in, and you can't be seen while in unless you're close enough inside the cloud with that other person. Bangalore's ultimate ability is called Rolling Thunder. It's kind of like a missile barrage like Gibraltar's, except the missiles drop in parallel rows and they stay in the ground for a couple seconds, and then they all blow up in their corresponding rows. The third offensive character is called Mirage. Mirage's passive ability is called Encore. And Encore is where when you get knocked down as Mirage, you will have a decoy that stands in your position that can be shot but will not take any damage while you are knocked down. And when you are knocked down for a couple seconds, you will be invisible to the enemy. Mirage's tactical is called Psych Out. It's another decoy, but this one you can deploy whenever you need it. So if you hear gunshots around the corner of a building, you can shoot the decoy past the corner and it can distract the enemies, and then you can give them fire from the side when they're not expecting it. Mirage's ultimate ability is called Vanishing Act. When you use it, you turn invisible and you can run faster. And you leave behind a group of decoys to stand in a circle that distracts the enemies. The final character is an offensive character, and his name is Octane. He was recently released into the game about a month ago. Octane's passive is called Swift Mend, and Swift Mend is where Octane will slowly regenerate his own health without the need of health supplies. He does this when he's not taking any damage. Octane's tactical ability is called Stim. He moves 30% faster for 6 seconds, and it takes a tiny chunk of your health to be able to do this. Octane's ultimate ability is called Launchpad. It's a deployable jump pad that anyone, enemy, or a teammate can use. All you have to do is run across the top of it and you will get launched into the air and forward in any direction that you're looking. So this is a quick walkthrough of all the characters in Apex Legends and their abilities and what they do for our team. Like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be the first to be notified when our new videos get posted. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.